All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. A long-awaited absence. Welcome back to the Real Talk podcast by Capers and Parsons, man. TP, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. Real good.
Good. So we got the Super Bowl ahead of us, but we got a lot to unpack in this little short time. So we're going to start with the 49ers and the NFC Championship game. They were down 24-7. They went into halftime, and then something happened. Can you care to explain about that?
Man,
Something happened.
just momentum shift, yo. Momentum's a crazy thing, you know what I mean? If you play man, you see it in man all the time, you know what I
All the
mean? One
time.
play, yo. But
Uh,
yeah, it's a couple of ways the Lions went wrong, you know what I mean? A couple plays that really, really changed the game. Um, but it was really like the 49ers defense. They came out and, you know what I mean? They played how they needed to play, got the stops that they needed to get. So, you know what I mean? Give their offense a chance to do what they did and, you know what I mean? Get clicking. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you really need that. You know what I mean? You start slow. You know what I mean? The more you're on the field, the faster it is, you know what I mean, to start, you know what I mean, diagnosing defense and getting that groove. And you know what I mean,
yeah,
that's what happened. It was the exact opposite in the first half, which is crazy. Like the
the
Lions,
exact
you know what I mean?
opposite,
They were
literally.
literally every time I turned around, the Lions offense was on the field in the first half. Second half, every time I turned around, it was you know what I mean, the 49ers offense on it. You just can't win like that, you know what I mean? People say, you know what I
Absolutely.
mean, Dan Quinn in the field goals, take the points. Yeah, I understand. Take the points, but you know what I'm saying? I understand where he was at too, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can't always win the game taking three. You know what I'm saying?
No,
He was aggressive all year. And you know what I mean? He stayed with it. He's an aggressive coach, you know what I mean? You can't knock him for
yeah,
it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it was two drop passes. You know what I'm
yeah. I was just
saying?
getting
Just
ready to
lacking
say,
execution. You know what I'm saying? Just
yep,
lacking execution. It's not like they were terrible play calls. You know what I mean? If they were terrible play calls, I could understand. But yeah, I mean, it was just lacking execution. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know what I mean? The 49ers came up on top. But I do know if they play like they play in the first
yeah,
half, the last
yeah.
two games,
Two
that first
games
half
against
will
against
kill them against
Mahomes,
Patty Mahomes. That
boy,
will kill
yeah,
you. That will kill you.
boy, yeah. And that's one thing I
Patty
want to say
and he ain't
about
gonna make the mistakes.
Dan Campbell. I got the ultimate respect for Dan Campbell on the sole fact, and people gonna laugh when I say this. He coaches the NFL the way I play Madden.
Real rap.
Real rap. He goes for it. He's Mr. Aggressive and he doesn't care and he lives by his decisions and he doesn't make no regrets. He
And it
does what
shows
he's
he
gonna do and he
believes in
stays
his
consistent.
team.
Yep.
He believes in his
It's a
team,
different belief.
bro.
I would
For
love
real.
for him to be my coach, man. I mean that. It's
Yeah.
just a shame. Like it's easy to say. It's easy to say now with them not getting, you know what I mean, after the game,
Yeah.
oh, you didn't get this, you didn't get this, so you should have.
And I guarantee you,
God,
probably every player on that sideline wanted to go for it those two times too.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
it's
And
just
that's
too
the
hard to
confidence that he instilled in them.
for real.
So I'm with him on that. It's like they had a great season. They overachieved last year when they were a game out of the playoffs. They missed the playoffs
Hmm.
by a game. Um, I didn't expect NFC Championship the following season.
Man, I knew that was gonna be good, but yeah, NFC
Yeah,
Championship. I
good
was like,
playoffs,
bro,
NFC Championship.
they made it
So
back
that
before
was
the
tough.
Cowboys, man.
They did, they did, they
That's
did.
super
Oh
tough.
man, oh
That's
man,
super
oh,
tough.
oh, oh. Now
Super
before we
tough.
switch topics to the Chiefs, me and you last week had a big energy-ridden debate about Brock Purdy's game performance on that game. So, what are your takeaways from Brock Purdy specifically? And then I'll give you mine about
Um,
that game. About that game.
Brock Purdy, yo, like, I mean, I don't hate on him. I don't. I think that, yeah, I mean, he makes good decisions. You know what I mean? He makes some great throws. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know what I mean, when you look at the overall product and, you know what I mean, what he has to work with, play calling, scheme, all that. I just feel like all of those are major advantages that he has to his. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
when you watch the first half of the last 2 weeks, you could put a large, you know what I mean, fault to him, you know what I mean, being the quarterback and, you know what I mean, some of the throws, missing throws, you know what I mean, things like that. Yeah, I mean, puts you guys, you know what I mean, in bad positions. And then, you know what I mean, in the second half, you know what I mean, when the defense is getting stops, and, you know what I mean, the offense is on the field, and, you know what I mean, he starts clicking, you know what I mean, and those big time moments, he's making great plays. I can
Mm-hmm.
say that too, you know what I mean, he's definitely stepping up. Overall grade, C plus. You know what I'm
C
saying?
plus.
C plus.
Okay,
Overall
I can see
grade,
that.
C plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, I'm not hating, I'm not, but I just wish, you know what I mean, other guys, you know what I mean, had some of that help, you know what I mean? And you'll see
Yeah,
the better side of the guys that people like to talk bad about.
that's true. And I feel like Brock Purdy, he made. Listen, the defense played lights out. Christian McCaffrey made some good runs. But this boy Brock Purdy done made some plays with his arm and his feet in that game to help take them to the Super Bowl. Oh boy, that was amazing, man. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. For somebody to be Mister Irrelevant, then
Oh,
get
he's
a pick.
hooping.
I mean, yeah, then get a chance. Take him to the NFC Championship game, get knocked out, and then a year later to the Super Bowl, bro. Obviously, it's not all him, but he's definitely a part of it. That's just you can't do I can't hate on that, man.
The best comparison I can say is
Can't hate.
look at Jalen Hurts last year, and then look at Jalen Hurts this year, and then you know what I mean. Then you start seeing, okay, I can see that because you know what I mean. Yeah, he's having a great year, but take the coordinator away, take some of those weapons away. What is he going to
Right.
look like? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they
That's
took
to
and they took
determine.
some of the weapons away this year when they went on that 3-game skid. Debo was
And they
out.
went on that 3 game skid.
CMC was out.
You know what I'm saying? Like who you play with and who's calling the plays definitely matters. Good 70% for sure. Good 70.
Yeah, I agree
60
with that.
40, 70 30. Yeah, about there. In that
Type
range.
shit.
That definitely matters. You know what I'm saying?
So
But who
then
you play with definitely matters the most. I
of
feel like
course.
who you play with.
Of
If
course.
you ain't got nobodies, bro, like come on. Like
No, I know.
and then you know
I
what I'm
know.
saying. But I
He
do
did his
like
thing
Brock
though.
Purdy. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
do like
Brock Purdy
watching
did
him
his thing.
play. He makes some throws. You know what I mean? He does the job. I just feel like his job's a little bit easier than like 31 other quarterbacks.
Facts. 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 That's facts. That's facts. But see, with that to that point, that's how the 49ers build their team now.
For sure.
They build it out to
Credit to
make it the
them.
job easier.
Credit to them, for sure. And that's why I'm like, I need my
Yeah.
Cowboys to go all in.
I know. It's gonna be hard though, bro. Jerry Jones talking about all in and all this other nonsense. Whatever, man.
Man.
Oh, don't even get me started on the Cowboys. So, and to switch conference, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they go on the road to the number 1 seed, Baltimore Ravens, who have been dominating teams the entire year, home or away. Um, blew the 49 or well, cooked the 49ers until they made it a closer game at the end. They were doing good all season. They cooked the Dolphins. Um, what specifically happened in that game?
The Chiefs are ready for the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
In the story. The Chiefs are ready for the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
think so.
and you could take this back to like, you know what I mean, when Steph Curry won his last title. They weren't better than Boston.
Oh yeah, not at all.
They weren't better than Boston, but you know what I mean?
Not
They
at all.
got that championship DNA, and that means something, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
when you got that DNA that like nothing's gonna rattle you, like their whole season, like, you know what I mean? Look at their whole season, up and down, up and down. But you know what I mean, when the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs come, you know what I mean, they're locked in, you know what I mean? Because They got that DNA. Everybody's ready for the moment, and you know what I mean. That rubs off on guys like Rice. You know what I mean. Guys, you know what I mean, don't normally, you know what I mean, rise to the occasion. You know what I mean, when you playing against with guys, you know what I mean, are going to rise to the occasion. You know what I mean, it allows you to up your game. It makes you want to up your game, man. I just feel like that's what they did, man. And on top of, you know, I mean, great coaching. You know what I mean, they came in with a great defensive game plan. They got to Lamar. They rattled him early. I feel like people put a lot of blame on Lamar. Like, this is the first time I seen a quarterback get as much slander since Dak, and I was like, "Hey, yo, y'all do
You
know
don't
he's
think it
about
was
to win the
Lamar's fault?
MVP."
You don't think the game was a little bit of Lamar's fault?
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, he gotta own some of that. Yeah, he gotta own some of that. But like, man, like watching the game, knowing the position, I don't give him a lot of like fault. People like say he missed those. Yeah, like if you're getting your head took off, you know what I mean? If every time you drop back the pass, the first thing you're worried about is the pass rush, you know what I mean? Not doing your job, you're worried about the pass rush and who's about to hit you. You know what I mean? You're gonna miss those, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't really take that into account, you know what I mean? Because they've never been in a position, never played the position, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you're not given a lot of time to throw the ball, or you know what I mean, the defense isn't allowing you to get comfortable, you're not going to be on your A game. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the plays that Lamar made in that game show the person who wants to win. Show the person, you know what I mean? He caught his own pass off a deflection.
Yeah, yo,
You know
that
what
was
I'm saying?
crazy.
Like that's a person who wants to win. You know what I'm saying? Like how many sacks did he break in that game? Like he broke
Yeah,
like 3 or 4 sacks. One of them ended in a touchdown. You know what I mean, on the dot. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you can't expect great plays like that all the time. You know what I mean? Like yeah, you know what I mean. Me personally, watching him, I know he gave maximum effort. Everybody's gonna make mistakes. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's
right.
plays that he wished that he could have back.
Absolutely.
But like, yeah, I mean, overall, you know what I mean? I give his effort an A plus. I felt like, yeah, I mean, he really tried to win, you know what I mean, win the game. And the defense showed up in the second half, you know what I mean? They you know what I mean, and the offense just never really got clicking. And yeah, I mean, you can blame that on the OC, the offensive line. Yeah, I mean, they didn't really try to establish the run at all. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just things, you know what I mean? But I really felt like Baltimore was a better team. They definitely let that one slip away. And they weren't ready for the moment. And, you know what I mean? By the time, you know what I mean, they started, okay, we can, like, really win this game. It was kind of too late,
Yeah, yeah.
for
I
sure.
feel like, bro. I feel like it was partial play calling. Lamar Jackson was off on a couple throws, or he was holding on to the ball too long at plays and missing open guys. They were blitzing to perfection,
Man,
like to perfection. But
and
all
that's
in
going to
all,
get to a quarterback psyche.
that first, I'll tell you this: the Chiefs came out hot, getting the ball going and scoring, and Travis Kelsey on Kyle Hamilton, like they just weren't really afraid at all. And they were supposed to actually win the game by more, but they had two holding penalties to knock them out of field goal range before half. Then they had a illegal man or a blocking a back on a Rasheed Rice screen pass touchdown. So they
Yeah.
were actually supposed to even win by more than they did, but they
Man,
didn't. But all in all, they're
I
going to the
haven't liked the
bowl.
refs all year, man. They got to address it.
That
I
blocking the
haven't liked the
back call
refs
was
all year.
kind of yeah.
Whether it's the no calls, the things that they actually do call, they just be
Yep.
questionable, man. Like people got agendas, but you know what I mean. That's not me.
Yeah, I know.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's really
Yeah, I
crazy.
know.
Like it has to be addressed. Like it has to be addressed.
Right. So now we got that. I want to skip to the Pro Bowl real fast. Do you think they just need to eliminate the Pro Bowl altogether?
Man, if they're gonna water it down like this, man. I
Oh
mean,
my goodness.
like who's actually watching it? Like honestly, like who's actually watching it?
Like,
Um, uh, I feel like they need to do something. It's just not that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Um, I understand you don't want to get guys hurt and things like that, but like you might as well keep it the same way it was.
Hmm.
Honestly, like it was at least more entertaining that way. People probably made more money that way. Um, but like I said, like yeah, I mean, they're making it optional. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to play. You're being paid to be there. You know what I'm saying? Why
Yeah,
not? You know
no.
what I mean? Play the game. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Hmm.
that's just my take on it. But I mean, hey, they do what they do. I mean, some of the stuff is entertaining. I can't lie. You know what I mean? It's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely probably fun for the players. Probably more fun for the players. So you know, what I mean, I'm not really uh negative against that. But yeah, man, Pro Bowl. It's definitely a good time, fun time. I definitely got to go. Definitely next year. I'm definitely going next
Yeah, I mean, but like, bro, you got these competition. I mean, the only thing that I think is pretty cool is the throwing competition
year.
to like that bucket, that deep bucket where you seen the clip where Micah threw it better than Hurts or something was going
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that was
yeah,
trending on
yeah.
social
Which is
media.
actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But you know what I
It
mean.
was just crazy. But now
Philly,
the
that's
Pro
y'all
Bowl, I don't know.
quarterback.
It is your quarterback.
That's y'all
But I
quarterback.
feel like the
Y'all
Pro
ride with
Bowl
him.
just needs to get eliminated, man.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just
yeah,
think that
give the
needs to get
award out.
eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, give the award out. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's voted on. You know what I mean? Give the award out. But or you know what I mean? Like make it something interesting. Like they can make it more interesting, like to where people actually want to go watch it. Like I
Yep.
swear they can.
I don't know what they can do. I don't know what they can do because like
Or have some
when
better
we was
events.
younger,
Like what's up with a basketball game or something? Like
that would be tough.
you
That
know
would
what
be
I'm
tough.
saying?
That
Like
would
a
be tough. Like
basketball game.
a basketball game like the
Or like
D
a
line versus
basketball,
the
like a
O
little,
line.
yeah, like a, I bet say like a mini basketball tournament, like
Yeah, that would be
position
tough.
groups. You know what I'm saying? Something like
Something.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anything
that
to, you
would
know
be
what I mean, to
tough.
attract more viewers. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure people want to
Something.
watch some guys play basketball, bro.
Or we could just go back to what happened when we were little, where they actually used to play football.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Play
But they
football,
ain't
you know
gonna
what I
do that
mean?
though.
Do the little mini combine, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. You know what I mean? All that stuff's
Yeah.
cool, bro. People want to watch that stuff, man.
No, I already know it. So now, before we get to the Super Bowl, let's talk about Dallas. Some news surfaced this week that Dan Quinn took the head coaching job to the Washington Commanders.
To be honest, man, I don't know what's up with all these ex coaches wanting to be in our division. Like, it's either they're not scared of us or they haven't learned from Jason Garrett. I don't understand.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I
right?
mean? But I wouldn't want to come. I wouldn't want to see a team that you know what I mean. I just left twice a year. I mean, that's just me. Especially knowing what you got to deal with. Um, but you know what I mean. Dan Quinn going there, I feel like that's good for the Commanders. You know what I mean. He's going to be
Yeah,
able to
that's a
make it.
good thing, man. I'm happy for him.
He's gonna be able to make an impact. I feel like he's gonna be able to make an impact. You know what I mean, maybe not like right away, but over time. You know what I mean, he's definitely gonna. That's a step in the right direction for them. So you know, what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's good for them. I'm interested to see how it turns out for sure. Especially, you know what I mean, with his philosophies and things like that.
Yeah.
See if he changes anything up. That's what I really want to see. Um, as far as you know, what I mean, Dallas and what we're gonna do. You know, what I mean. There's some names out there, you know what I mean, Whitmer, Zimmer, and uh, Rivera. I mean, Al Harris hasn't left yet. I mean, that's the guy
Yeah, yet.
that I don't.
Oh no.
You know what I mean, Joe Witt Jr. left. He's gonna be the
Yep.
DC. So you know what I mean, I don't really see him leaving. You know what I mean, to go position. I mean, you know what I mean, to stay where you at. So you know what I mean. I feel like
Yep.
one of those things where we should probably promote within. Yeah, I mean, use him as a guy, and then yeah, bring in like a Rivera, Belichick, or like I mean, one of those experienced guys. You know, what I mean, just to be an advisor. You know what I mean, or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that. Any type of role. You know what I mean, to help with your new guy. You know what I mean. Getting things that you know what I mean he wanted to get done, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, being around and you know what I mean, I haven't got a chance to speak with him or anything like that, but you know what I mean, being around the guys and things, I'm pretty sure he's been learning a thing or two. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not really too worried about that, but I do, you know what I mean? I've been preaching it. Like, we need to go young and innovative. Like, get us a young guy who's just not stuck in his ways, who's going, you know what I mean? Evolve, you know what I mean? Evolve.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Do the things that, you know what I mean? He feel as though we need to win. And I feel like Al Harris is a passionate guy and he can the guys love him. You know what I mean? He's a
They
team
do.
guy. You know what I mean?
They
And
do.
that's what's the most important to me. You know what I mean? When you a team guy and you're listening to the guys, that lets me know that, you know what I mean, you can be a great coach. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Andy Reid is exactly what I just mentioned. You know what I mean? The team guy, the
Hmm.
players love him. You know what I mean? They want to play for him, and he listens to his guys. You know what I mean? He allows them to have input, and you know what I mean. When you're allowing that, yeah, I mean, your players are going to be so much more bought in. Like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when a guy can come to work and be like, hey, like, I think we should do this. Like, I think that, yeah, I mean, this is really going to work for us. And, you know what I mean? You listen to them and, you know what I mean? You try to install it. You know what I mean? It may work, it may not work. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? You give the guys that leeway, it goes a long way. For sure.
Absolutely. I feel like from the Dan Quinn side of things, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he got a head coaching job. I'm actually a big Dan Quinn fan. I was very happy when we got the news that he came to Dallas. I was surprised about that, but I was very happy for him as far as the head coach. The only thing I wish for him, I know I'm a Cowboys fan. I probably shouldn't be saying this. I wish that when he took this head, I wish he had Chase Young and Montez Sweat still. That's the only thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only
But
thing because
he kind of
they
handicapped right now.
yeah, these handicap is hell right now because they were building something special with that D line. Just health was an issue. Them all like 4 first-round picks or 3 first-round picks and a second-round pick on the D line, and now 2 of them are gone. It's just I don't know. But one thing I'm shocked about, I'm actually shocked he got a head coaching job
Yeah,
after
for
that
sure.
performance that was on the field.
But you know, what I mean,
That's what I'm shocked
I
about.
feel like
I didn't
once they
even
was
expect him to
desperate.
go nowhere.
They was
You
desperate.
think they was desperate?
Hell yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, all the good candidates was taken for real.
yeah, I guess so.
They was desperate. They ain't want to fumble.
I guess
Cause who you gonna be
I was
left with?
just yeah, I know.
Who
But
you gonna
maybe
be
they
left
could
with?
have promoted. Maybe they could have. I would say maybe they could have promoted within. Didn't they
I'm
have?
about
Who
to
did
say
they have as their
Bieniemy.
coordinator? Did he
Bieniemy.
leave?
I have no idea. Did he? I'm
I don't.
surprised they
I don't
didn't
know.
promote him for real. For real.
That's
To
what.
be
That's what I'm
honest,
saying. So it's
I
like
think
I
not.
was shocked that Dan Quinn even got an opportunity, left all of that. But
Cause you know,
best of luck
Sam
to
Howell
him,
looked
though.
good last year. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I mean. It didn't turn out how they
Hmm.
wanted it to. But I mean,
Right.
as far as the offense, they weren't lacking
No, Sam Howell can play. They need a better O line, but he can play though.
for sure.
He can play football. And then now we got the Super Bowl. Cowboys are supposed to be playing, and they're not playing. We have the San Francisco 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. What's your thoughts on this game? How do you think it's going to go? Who do you think wins?
Um, this is a true toss-up game. You know what I'm
Think
saying?
so?
Um, I mean, we in another game where the Chiefs aren't the better team, but
Again.
it's championship DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like that can't be taught. Yeah, I mean it's only learned. You know what I'm saying? And they've been there before. You know what I mean? And they're gonna come in and they're not gonna be afraid of the moment. And that just means something. You know what I'm saying? It really does. Like you might not think so, but it really does. When you're not rattled, those other guys, if something goes wrong, they might get rattled. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Things change. With Kansas City, Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, when things go wrong, I feel like they reach
Can
another
handle it better?
gear. I feel
Yeah.
like it turns them up. To be honest, you know what I mean. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you know what I mean, people are willing to turn up with them. It turns them up. You know what I mean. I love watching Pat Mahomes. That's my favorite quarterback by far.
Types.
And I just
Yeah.
feel like he's a passionate guy and he loves the game and he loves winning. Like you could just tell, like he's just a winner. You know what I mean, on and off the field, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. That's infectious, and you know what I mean. And it's just if you got to close the door on him. If you don't close the door on him, he's always going. He's going to sneak through, and it's not going to be
Yeah,
pretty. You
he
know what I
is.
mean? If you don't
Yeah,
close the
he
door, he's going
is.
to sneak through,
That
and
mother sucker right there, boy.
he's going to sneak through. And
Yep.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, you know what I mean, it's gonna be up to Niners and Shanahan, and he's already shown in the ability that he cannot close the door. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be a good one
Yeah,
though.
I think it's gonna be the Chiefs. Um,
I
I
agree.
think it's gonna be the Chiefs. Pat Mahomes. It's the reason why he's the greatest quarterback that ever played the game. Uh,
Now that is true.
you know what I'm saying?
Very
Like
true.
Brady, I love him, loved him. You know what I'm saying? He did things that I never thought I'd see again. And then it's just like right after him, we're
Here
seeing
comes
it
Pat
again.
Mahomes
And it's
again.
just in a brighter, greater way. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
I was just talking to somebody the other day, like, what could somebody said that Tom Brady's a GOAT. I'm like, yeah, he's the GOAT for now, for sure. Like, you know what I mean? He got the jewelry, he got the numbers. Yeah, for sure. He got it. But Pat Mahomes, when it's all said and done, what can Brady do better than Patrick Mahomes?
Exactly. Check it
Nothing.
down, probably. That's about it.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like Pat Mahomes, he can do everything Brady can do and better.
And way
The only
more.
thing he's just not all the way there yet is here. And you know what I mean? And that's
And that's
arguable.
going to come.
You
And
know what
that's
I'm
going to
saying?
come.
That's arguable. That's what I'm
That
saying.
day will
Like,
get there, though.
imagine like him when he loses the mobility and he has to sit in the pocket and actually
And
diagnose
be
defense.
smarter.
And you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and he
It's
showed
going to
you
be,
last year in
I
the Super Bowl
know.
he can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he can do
Yup.
it. Like, you know what I mean? Hobbling around, like he can do it. You know what I mean? From a mental aspect. So it's just
Against
like
another team that was better.
exactly. So you know what I mean? That's definitely my pick.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to watch the game. I'm definitely gonna be
I can't
tuning
wait to
in.
watch the game.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners go win this thing. But
Really?
I definitely wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Because they had the better team. They had the better team. It's going to come down to defense and
Right.
Spagnola and that Chiefs defense. They're
It's
ready.
balling.
Yes, they're ready.
They're going to be ready.
And it's going to be how can they get to Brock Purdy? How can they confuse Brock Purdy? And I think they're going to be able to do that.
And that's what I was just about to ask you. That was my segment to my next question. Brock Purdy, again, this is Mr. Irrelevant. This is a dude who was in the NFC Championship game, got knocked out, was in the NFC Championship game again, was down 17 or 21 or whatever he was down, helped lead a comeback and win the game. Super Bowl is a whole different thing. And this is, again, this is Mr. Irrelevant we're talking about. Against a top defense, do you think he's going to be basically the question I'm saying? If they lose, do you think he'll be the reason? If say the 49ers were to somehow lose this game, do you think it's going to be because Brock Purdy didn't do enough? Like how do you feel about it?
I think if they lose the game, it's going to be because they got outplayed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think the coaching. I don't think that either coach is going to outcoach one another. It's going to come down to the players on the field and who want it more. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, Brock Purdy, you know, what I mean, the offense that he's in, it's not meant for him to play bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't expect him to play bad. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be how is he going to do under pressure? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is
Yep.
he going to do? What is the play calling going to be like? Dialed up for you know what I mean to be ready for that pressure because you know the Chiefs are going to bring it. So you know what I mean it's going to be
Absolutely.
like what is going to be their check down routes because you know what I mean they love getting the receivers the ball in space and that's what it's going to come down to. Are the 49ers players in space? Are they going to be able to make guys miss and make plays? That's what it's going to come down to for the offense. But you know what I mean the Chiefs defense. You know what I mean they fly around and they make
They
tackles. You know what I mean?
fly, they make tackles, they play good coverage, they
So
blitz.
yeah, I mean, so that's going to be the main struggle. You know what I mean? It's going to be that Chiefs defense against the 49ers offense. From what the 49ers defense has shown me, they can get they can get pushed around a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
they
didn't think it
can.
was possible, but
Me either.
they shown that they can get pushed around a little bit, and the Chiefs will run the ball. Pachenko runs hard, and when the Chiefs can run the ball, it's night night.
Yeah.
I'll put it to
Yeah.
you like that. If the Chiefs can run the
Pacheco,
ball, it's
man.
night night.
Pacheco gets going. It's gonna be a long day.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just think I got the Chiefs in this one. I feel like the defense, man, the Chiefs defense has put on in the playoffs, just like they did last year in the playoffs. They put on, they kind of like cracked a little bit in the Super Bowl, but then they made the plays to win the game. You know what I'm
To
saying?
win the game.
And then this year, it's just they've been locked down, and I'm with it. I'm just with it. I like the Chiefs.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I feel like I'm gonna go. I know the Chiefs only scored 30 points 3 times the whole season. I feel like the 49ers defense struggle is real. I really believe it. And they got above average to superstar players at every position on that defense, damn near. I feel like they'll give up 34 to 23. A handily win for the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs defense will play phenomenal. Patrick Mahomes, you can't bet against them. And I'm not going to bet against them. Although I'm rooting for Brock Purdy to have a good game, I'm not. I don't see him winning that game. I feel like
think it's gonna be a
if
close game. I think it's gonna be like a
I feel like if
one possession game.
they tell you something's too good to be true, it probably is.
For
I
sure.
can't see Mr. Irrelevant leading somebody to a Super Bowl win.
If he win a Super Bowl, I'm not.
What can you say?
You know what I'm saying?
I just can't see if it's too good to be true. It probably
He's
is.
definitely good enough to win. I can say that he's good enough to win.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say he's not good enough to win the game. I just feel like if Mr. Irrelevant leads them to a Super Bowl win over Patrick Mahomes, what can you say, bro?
It's gonna come down to, is Brock Purdy gonna make plays? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he has playmakers that make plays, but
can he do what he did in the second half last week on his feet with his arm?
Plays? That's what it's gonna come down to. Like, is he gonna make the plays? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, to be determined. I mean, and it's gonna be a deadly combo, because if you have playmakers around you and then you can go make plays, man, they're not gonna.
It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, they're not gonna be beat. And honestly, they don't want. But they want to keep Brock Purdy where he at, because if he ever involves in a Dak Prescott, which I think he really is, like a Dak Prescott, just less mobility. Oh man, the 49ers are gonna get real filthy until they gotta start paying people.
I know. Yeah.
They're gonna be real filthy until they gotta start paying people.
That's crazy,
and that's
man.
just facts, because they got the coordinator, they got the weapons. If Brock Purdy involves into one of those guys, man, good luck.
It's gonna be some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this, though. You say the game is gonna be close. So what's your score prediction? I'm 34-23.
I don't think it's gonna be that many points.
No, okay.
I think it's gonna be like 24, 17, 28, 21 in that range.
And you got the Chiefs winning. It's 28, 21, 24. So by a touchdown, though.
Yeah, anywhere between 3 points and a touchdown, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna one of them like 24, 27 games, 24, 28 jumps, for sure. Anywhere in there.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I cannot. I ain't gonna lie. Just like I could not wait to watch that Ravens Chiefs game.
A lot of points. Yeah, the Chiefs
I cannot wait for this one.
Like,
I know, but they don't.
They don't give up a lot of points.
They don't.
Be a low scoring game.
But they got too many playmakers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. They got the best scenario for the Niners is to turn it into a shootout.
And I don't think they're ready for that, though, bro.
That's the best. I feel like that's the best scenario for the Niners. They got to turn it into a shootout, because any close, low scoring game, the advantage is Pat Mahomes.
I agree. Well, fellas, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Everybody, subscribe, like, share this around. We'll be back with another episode this week. See y'all, boys.
Yep.